This is 95.3 Business Now.
Welcome back, everyone. Nigeria's leading independent energy company listed on both the Nigeria and London stock exchanges, Seplat Energy, on Wednesday announced its 2023 financial statement, recording a 12% growth in revenue to 696.9 billion naira, with 83% increase in post-tax profits to 81.3 billion naira. Meanwhile, the energy company has also announced the appointment of Udo Udoma as the new independent non-executive chairman with effect from April the 1st. Let's drill down more into this now with Esther Otusonya, a senior investment research analyst at Meristem Securities. Good morning and thank you for coming through, ma.
Good morning, Aramide. Thank you for having me.
All right, miss. So tell me more about some of the key line items in Seplat Energy's latest earnings.
Seplat Energy had an impressive performance in 2023 financial year, and many line items showed improvement as well. So revenue grew at about 22.5% to 696 billion naira last year, as compared to 603 billion in 2023. They also see that the gross profit grew at an even faster pace by 27%. And well, the company recorded foreign exchange loss of about 80 billion, but that didn't actually drive down the profit for the year performance, as profit for the year stood at 81.33 billion, which is higher than 2022 by 83.04%. So the company was able to even declare a final dividend of about 48.29 naira, and even a special dividend of 48.29 naira as well.
But what are the growth levers in these positive earnings for last year?
Okay. Despite the downtrend in crude oil prices last year, like we all know, to about $3 from a high of more than $1 in 2022, Seplat was able to make up for this shortcoming by having a stronger evacuation in its oil production, which kind of offsets the lower prices. And for gas prices, the higher gas production and upward price revision with about 3% supported the strong performance. But when we look at the cost, we see that amid the inflationary and exchange rate devaluation last year, the company was even still able to manage its cost items because they grew at a slower pace than revenue did. So like many other businesses in Nigeria, the impact of the exchange rate devaluation was seen in the exchange rate losses that the company incurred of about 80 billion, and this is due to the revaluation of the liabilities. But the company also made some payments of the dollar obligations of about $22 billion, with repayment of principal payment of its RBL debt. We saw the impact on finance costs, but really the major driver of the bottom line for the year would be the tax, because the country got a tax relief from the government for one of its assets, the Serious assets. So that was actually what drove the bottom line of the company.
Okay, so talk to me about Seplat Energy's, production and capital expenditure guidance for the current year 2024.
Okay, the company has some acquisition already in progress to shore up its reserves and increase its production capacity for both oil and gas. And for oil, there's the acquisition of the MPNU, which has the potential to double Seplat oil production. And for the gas, the ANO gas has the potential to also increase Seplat interest in the gas section as well. For the capex for next year, the company is looking to actualize about 170 to 200 billion dollars of investment, and this is quite million dollars of investment, and this is quite substantial. Seeing that in recent years, 2022, the company did 163, and in 2023, the company did 184. And for production levels, it's just still within the range that we expected, because seeing the processes that the company has already put in line, like I mentioned earlier, the acquisitions and also the operational efficiency that is going on within the company as well. So we just think these are very good drivers that will meet major mitigants for the there will be major propellers for the company's financial in 2024.
What are your thoughts on the appointment of Udo Udoma, a former SEC chairman, corporate lawyer, and senator, as Seplat Energy's new chairman?
Okay, that's quite very interesting because see, of recent times, Seplat has been going through some corporate governance issues. So this appointment is quite quite applaudable because of the track record of Mr.
Udo Udoma.
Because of the track record of Mr. Udo Udoma, and we expect that this would, and even being like more of an indigenous person, we expect this to bring some indigenous interest into Seplat, and but we also expect this to reduce how much of the corporate governance. Well, the company has even said before that they are making an general overhaul of its board and making some new appointments. So we just think this is very will be acceptable by the market, and we see that there might be some reduction in the company's corporate governance actions, like corporate governance actions in the near term.
All right. Thank you so much for your time this morning, Esther Otusoya, Senior Investment Research Analyst at Meristem Securities. Do enjoy your weekend.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Thank you. So let's give you a snapshot of Thursday's trading day. We're starting with the equities here in Nigeria. The Nigerian equities market posted its first positive performance of the week as gains in UBA went up 10%, Oando 9.60%, Zenith Bank 7.86%, Jico a whooping 10%, and Dangote Sugar 6.09% offset the loss in Nestle 9.1% in the red, Cadbury and Eternal Oil. So as a result, the NGX All Share Index increased by 0.68% or 68 basis points. Across frontier African markets, the Egyptian exchange posted a 0.30% uptick to end its trading week in Cairo, but the Kenya Bourse closed with a negative 0.07%. Here in West Africa, the regional exchange of BRVM, DAS in Abidjan, increased by 43 basis points, while the Ghana stock market closed stronger by 0.38%. In Southern Africa, the Zimbabwe Stock Exchange held its bullish run, closing 1.71%, while the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, that's the JSE in South Africa, reversed Wednesday's loss, closing 0.73% in the green territory. We are back on Broad Street now. Overnight lending rates in Nigeria increased by 79 basis points to 23.9% as the market continued to react to the central bank's latest hike in bank's cash reserve ratio to 45%. In fixed income, the Nigerian Treasury bill secondary market closed on a positive note. The average yield narrowed by 2 basis points to 16.9%. However, we've got the Treasury bond secondary market that was on a negative run. Average yield climbed 35 basis points and finished off at 17.1%. A quick look at foreign exchange. The naira appreciated by 0.9% to 1,595 naira 11 kobo. That's against the US dollar at the Nigerian Autonomous Foreign Exchange Market. That's as tracked via the FMDQ Securities Exchange. Let's look at oil prices, which rose on Friday and were set to end the week modestly higher as talks over a potential ceasefire in Gaza was further complicated by deaths of more than 100 Palestinians awaiting for an aid delivery. Now, Brent futures for April delivery rose 29 cents or 0.4% to $82.20 a barrel. That's by 1:18 Greenwich Mean Time, while the US West Texas Intermediate or WTI rose 22 cents or 0.3% to $78.48 a barrel. WTI is on track for a 4% increase this week, while Brent is holding near last week's settlement price. And Brent has hovered comfortably around the $80 mark for 3 weeks, with the Middle East conflict having only a modest impact on crude flows from attacks on shipping traffic in the Red Sea. I am Aramide Falarshaw, and that's your business now for today, Friday, the 1st of March. Join the show again early on Monday at 8:30 a.m. Have a great day, everyone, and bye for now.
This is 95.3 Business Now.